Hey guys, Sean with Winlectric. Today I wanted to talk to you for a few minutes about surge suppression. Now this is a big deal in your home, especially with all our expensive electronics that we have and small appliances and things like that. Those are very susceptible to surges through our energy provider and through the system, okay? One of the first ones I want to talk to you about is a real simple product. It looks just like a standard receptacle, only this is actually a surge suppression device as well. And when installed in place of a regular receptacle, will protect anything that you have plugged in here. It has a light that comes on, and then it actually, some of these have an audible alarm that will sound as well if it has caught a surge and protected your device. That way you can replace this product when it goes out. Also, on top of that, a surge suppression device typically is only good for one use, okay? Which a lot of people don't like that idea because they think, oh, well, if it catches a surge, and that means I'm gonna have to pay for another one. Well, that's true, but you have to take into account what it saved in the process of catching that surge, right? So let's say you use one of these in place where you have your computer or maybe your big screen TV and surround sound system. Well, that could have easily saved you thousands of dollars. The fact that this is about 30 bucks a piece. So the next surge suppression device I want to talk to you about are breakers that actually attach to your panel. Now, some people may think, well, why would I want to do that if I have surge suppression at my actual point of use? Well, just so you know, the experts in the field will tell you that the best way to provide surge suppression for any of your devices in your home is by stacking that surge suppression, okay? So if you have a breaker in your panel that provides surge suppression for your whole panel, when those surge comes in, sometimes these devices aren't fast enough to clamp down and stop that surge before some of that surge comes through, right? So if you stack it and your breaker doesn't catch all of that, when it comes through, then you have that receptacle to catch the extra surge coming through as well. So technically the best way to do surge suppression in your home is with the breaker in your panel, then the surge suppression device in your wall like a regular receptacle, and then a surge suppression strip. So you may think you're kind of over cared for there in a sense, but you're just creating multiple layers of protection. So in particular with the breakers that we stock, we sell both Siemens and Leviton panels, and we keep both of those surge suppression breakers in stock. Now, one of the benefits of Siemens and Leviton over the other major brands on the market is that when you install a surge suppression breaker in your panel, again, either Siemens or Leviton, you actually still have the use of those 20 amp spaces in your panel. Other ones on the market, like Cutler Hammer, Square D, some of those other major brands, when you put the surge suppression breaker in your panel, you actually lose the ability to use those spaces. Doesn't matter a whole lot in some cases, but if you have a full panel and you want to install that surge suppression breaker, some of those other brands don't give you the ability to do that. Now, the final product I want to talk to you about today is a whole home surge suppression device, okay? This actually mounts to the outside of your panel with a 1/2 inch knockout. Feeds into your panel into a breaker, and it actually protects your entire home, similar to a surge suppression breaker, but with a much higher level of protection. These things take a little bit more effort to install, but that's the only real downside, because this product comes with enormous benefits. First off, the suppression level on this is very high. It's 200 kA, right? Which is a lot, okay? On top of that, it also comes with a lifetime warranty on the product. Now, obviously, if it goes out because it's protected against a surge, that's not part of the warranty, but it also comes with a $100,000 warranty, okay? So if this does not catch your surge, and you lose your big screen TV, your computer, your HVAC system, any other electronics in your house, you will receive a check for that amount from this company. That is how sure they are that this will catch all of those surges coming through your home. And this product is only around the $200 range. Now, some people might say when they're talking about any surge suppression product, well, I might not ever use that product. That's true. But you might not ever use car insurance or home insurance too. But you don't want to go without those. Also, one last point of information is in the upcoming codes, surge suppression is going to be mandatory for use in your home, okay? So at some point you're going to have to end up having some form of it anyway. So you could get out in front of that and get you some good coverage for your home and all your valued electronics. Thank you, and if you have any other questions, you can call or stop by and see us, 1052 Patago Way.